Good gangsters.
What's good, brother?
Not much, man. Just chilling, man. Missed y'all.
Yo, miss you too,
Yeah.
man. Yo, apologize for the long wait, man. This is our first episode back, like us together in one spot.
Yeah.
We were trying to get everything in one room, and she's in the kitchen. I'm in the living room, even though we're in the same house. We're on
Yeah.
different laptops. The
He's
audio
in the kitchen.
situation not working.
That's
No.
wild. Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
What can
no,
you do?
it was funny because I took a nap and everything, so I was recharged for this. I'm like, I don't got that much to do. Got an extra 20 minutes of sleep. I'm like, and then I realized when he got here, I'm like, oh shit, I got a lot to do. None of it worked. But how you been?
That's
Oh,
all
let's introduce him.
Let,
Get him in.
let's do this properly. All right, so Lyrical Fix Pod fam, we are honored, we are blessed, we are many things today because we are being blessed by the presence of one of the most versatile MCs that I know personally. This dude is not only a stand-up guy, but he's a hell of a motherfucking rapper, a hell of an artist. Matter of fact, let me not even just say rapper MC. This guy is an artiste, if you want to even say it as much as that. He goes by the name of Ron Solemn. Man, give it up. In the motherfucker. He got the Dexter sheets in the background when he ready to murder somebody after this interview.
We're all set up and shit. Look at you.
He said a blood splatter
Had to
analyst
get
will
the
not
premium
find shit.
Yeah, right.
But how you been,
Hey,
Ron?
I've been good. Just making the most of this whole quarantine situation, planning, master planning, always.
Yeah, I see you.
And
Oh, are you
eating.
planning?
Music, man. That's all I think about.
That's
Yeah,
good
man.
though. Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
that.
that's that's what I wanted to get into right now because you and I have spoke briefly throughout this whole thing. What have you been doing to keep yourself busy, music-wise, during this whole thing?
um, just thinking about what I want to make for myself coming out of this whole situation. Because I mean, starting off 2020, I was like, I'm gonna travel state to state, man, do all these shows with Ace Felly. That was the goal, like take over the country like that, like in person through shows. And Corona was like, fuck that. Like,
Yeah, Corona shut that shit down quick,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
2020
like,
does not exist at this point.
for real.
like everybody's trapped in the house, so there's always a way to do something different. So I'm just trying to work with that. Just think about that every day. So
Okay, have you been able to record music still, or you waiting until everything opens back up to do that, or?
no, sir. I mean, this is my the booth section that I showed you before.
Mhm.
Like purchased this and built it for myself. So I have everything here. I've been recording, doing stuff like that. Um,
Okay, all right. So you've been staying busy.
yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's also the
Can't,
performance spot too.
yes, it is.
Yeah.
This is like my separate little world I made, like in this house. When I want to do anything like that, and I can, put different backdrops up. Got the white up today, but anything, make it anything I want in here. So it's always in here.
Shit, nigga, all I seen is white. I didn't know you had a variety of an assortment of colors.
Yeah, man. The white's the default. I can do anything I want though. It's just tablecloths, honestly. Like,
No,
That's what I
you
know.
gotta set your scene though. You
You do
say.
gotta set the scene.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I hear you.
I
I
respect.
should have had that. I mean, yeah, because this whole time when I've been watching virtual open mics, I've been so critical of people. Like, you got to have a dope background, you got to have a lighting system, your sound system got to be on
The
point. Here,
chandelier,
here come
fan.
Ron doing the Grudge with the Dexter background, and he killed this shit. And I'm like, you know what? I've been overthinking this shit.
yeah, man. It's not about you. Gotta make the most of the situation. You know what I'm saying? I want to do more, but
You're
then I'm
right, man.
like, am I doing too much? Like,
No, you did just enough. That's what I was thinking. Because I've been looking at motherfuckers that have like the fan and the LED system. Some dude had like a fancy chandelier and some shit. I'm like, all right, you doing too much. And then here you come and just kill this shit and just remind us that it's all about the performance. It's not about the extra bullshit.
I was trying to come through like Teddy Riley that one time, but then Ace was like, "You don't need to do all that shit."
Wait, I
Like
know. I
coming
need
all
to hear
smooth and shit.
this.
Like how? Tell me.
Yeah, like having the
Yes.
lights and like the microphone and like the the visuals,
Hmm.
the instrumentation, the whole band in the back.
Bro, that's what I wanted to do too. I was like, I don't want to do no performance till I have like a live band, even though I don't use a live band, but just to have one.
But you gotta have everybody in one room and
Yeah.
everybody singing, bro. And he was
Yeah,
like, "Nah, this not worth it."
yeah, I wanted to do it in the back just playing bongos, not even part of my song, just while I'm, while I'm going off. I wanted some shit like that. I wanted to go all out.
But,
see,
like,
see
since
guests
when
like
you
see guests in the background doing the 10 and 2.
Yeah,
y'all gonna be playing guitars and shit.
yeah, man. A motherfucker
That's
playing
funny.
harmonica and accordion in the background. I wanted to go all out. I wanted to go all out. A xylophone.
I was like, "What song is this?" I never heard this.
Nah, that's a new remix of Can't Stop the Rain.
All right.
Motherfuckers ain't ready.
Oh, that's great, bro. But yeah,
Yo,
man.
no, no, man. We don't. But obviously, we're glad to hear from you. We want to let you know, we what we do here at Lyrical Fix. As much as we want to get to know about the artists, what we don't want to do is ask you the same fucking questions that everybody else has been asking artists. Now, I haven't had the privilege of seeing any of your other interviews. I have heard your music, obviously, but what I don't want to do is ask you a bunch of bullshit like how'd you come up with your name, how long you've been rapping, you
Yeah,
know,
that information's already out there.
like it's out there, like.
With it. I'm with whatever. Let's
Yeah.
do
Oh,
it.
good. Good. I like someone that's with whatever. All right, so let's get right to it. Do you remember when I had a conversation with you at the greenhouse?
There have been many, yes.
You do you remember what the conversation was about?
um, was it about the different types of songs that I make, or like the songs we're remembered for type shit? Or,
Yes, yes. The bullshit with that. And there's a funny story to that. I think I'll tell the story first and then we'll get to that shit. So
let's do
that
it.
night when we were having that conversation, what you need to know is that I was literally 2 seconds away from throwing up on your bow tie.
Ah! Oh,
I
shit.
was I was drunk and I had just had a double shot of Tully at the greenhouse,
Oh,
and the person that served me the shot, which I won't say the name, did not they failed to tell me that it was a double shot. So I chugged that shit thinking it was one little incy bit. Bro, I was
right.
not ready. And then I sit down and I'm talking to you, and you're bearing your soul to me. You're being honest as
Ah!
possible. I'm like, ooh. I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
shit,
oh.
bro.
In my head, I'm like, oh,
I just
oh.
found this out today, by the way.
Please don't let
He
me throw up on this one. Please
he
don't let me throw
told
up
me
on
this
Ron
when
right
he
now.
got here,
This is
and I'm like,
crazy
oh,
news.
I need to know about the conversation, but it was just fucking great because he was
And then
shocked
I
that night too.
don't know what happened, but I ended up outside. Someone handed me a cigarette. For some reason, I said yes. I'm leaning on the wall, my hands on my knees, just like I just ran a mile.
Yeah, right.
I didn't smoke the cigarette. It just burnt up. It's like halfway done. I didn't ash it. It was a terrible time for me.
Mind you, we had this whole conversation outside, and he's just like,
Yeah,
just like,
I,
Um,
I
I
was
would.
in no mood to.
I had no idea. You played that off crazy.
I played off crazy, bro. I had to with you. I did not want to. I felt like if I'd done anything else, I would have just blew chunks all over you. Pause.
oh God.
Oh god, that would have been a terrible night, bro.
It would have been
But
terrible. I didn't want to throw up on nobody's bow tie.
but to the conversation though, I want to hear about that one
But to the
though.
conversation, man, what we were talking about was one of the songs that you're mostly known for, which I hate to say mostly known for because you have so many fucking joints. One of the ones that I hear people always like wanting you to perform is your song "Hate."
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now, me being a fan of your music, you don't have a lot of songs that sound like hate.
That's true. I don't.
You you're a more thought out person. You're more lyrical. You care about the art and the instrumentation of the song. You're not just a go off for some hype shit.
Thanks.
So I think the question I asked you is how do you move around that when people are seeing you? Guys, I've seen you in the virtual open mic and motherfuckers were hearing your songs and they loved them, but niggas was like, nah, I want to hear hate though.
Yeah.
How do you maneuver around that? Because hearing that pisses me off.
Right. Like I was telling you in the greenhouse, man, like that's one of those things where I pull it out at all the shows because I know like the power it has with like live audiences. And even when I was making that whole project and thinking about like that song, it was emotion based, and like I know how to play to like people's emotions, like different what like what they want to hear. So there's a place for each type of song. So I needed a song like Hate on the project, man. And I knew the effect that it would have. Um, I also knew like the downside of that, which is all these people hear this song and they're just like, oh yeah, another turn up, rap track at all these shows we do and like Boonton and all those different places. And one of the things with that is I feel like sometimes the crowd, like when they hear the words, they're like, oh, like this is some ignorance. And I'm just like, if you knew the context of like the whole album and like where it fits into the storyline, like then it
Yeah.
would be like, oh, okay, I get why this song is here. And just in general, I don't want to be known for that song only because it's like
Right.
I feel like it's a bad look. Because my music, for the most part, is in the complete opposite direction, and
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's never just to be ignorant and like make some turn up shit. So,
Yeah.
um,
It's one of those surface songs, but it does play with the crowd because most crowds want to hear and casual fans want to hear that kind of surface song. But then you
facts.
have like the music people who are just like, that's all you got? That's all you
Yeah,
got?
right.
So when
Yeah.
you perform that song, do you try to do it where you can follow up with like one of your songs that you feel passionate about that's not kind of like a surface song? Or do you like say if you go to a venue and they only give you one song, are you gonna pick that one?
Most likely not. Um, I'm really I try to be as strategic as possible with everything that I
Right.
do.
Right.
So every show I think of, like a gimmick or a theme that I want to carry to that, the type of energy I'm bringing to it. And if we're doing a show and I know the lineup is like all rappers, like I'm definitely not doing Hate, like at
Yeah.
least at least not first or anything like that. That's why I play off the roster. And then like if everybody's going this way, I
Hmm.
want to go that other way and then balance it out like that. So I just think everything out and play it by ear type. So
That's good. See, a lot of people don't do that. Well, I mean, I guess some people do that. Like, I'm not gonna knock all the artists that like
Yeah.
I'm sure they think everything out. But I've had, and I'm not gonna, I'm not talking shit. But I've had so many people that be like, oh these people, oh they're here too. Oh no, I gotta change my song.
right.
Oh,
If you're gonna think that way, then you should have just paid attention to who was gonna be at the show then.
yeah, and then you don't have
Because
confidence in your own shit too.
yeah,
Exactly. I mean,
yeah,
like I pay attention definitely to the lineup before I get in the building. It's not like a so I'm not gonna go to a show and then be like trying to change my set list in
yeah.
person like once it started. But if I get as much information I can about like who's already there and then I try to work around that and just play to be
Word.
indifferent.
Word. I do that similar. Like I just survey the room and I like figure out what shit I'm gonna say when I come up on stage.
Facts.
Like I'll do that. Yeah. Like I'll observe. I'll like shout out the artist, or if there's something particular I seen. You know, like
Mhm.
I've always got jokes if it's like a bunch of dudes and no girls. Just the regular default sausage party jokes always work. Little shit
Right.
like that, man. Anything to keep the fucking to read your crowd and shit. I feel you on that. But
Yeah,
all
noticed
right, so
like
with that stone,
I noticed
go
when
ahead.
you do stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Look, it's just what I do. I'm,
Right.
I try to think of something on the spot, and it usually works. So I have fun with it. But you know what? Going back to what you were saying, the reason why it pisses me off so much is because I was at a show, and I won't name the show, obviously, just for we don't want to be those type of people. But this dude was hyping you up like crazy, saying that you was gonna be from front to back. Energy, energy, energy. Everybody better get the fuck up, start moshing, start moshing.
I
And
know
you
you
start with plie. And you start with the plie track.
right.
Had everybody in there confused as fuck. and that was that dude's fault. Because I know what you're capable of. I'm like, yo, give the man. Everybody was talking about, yo, give the man a chance. He's gonna
I think I
turn up.
was there.
No, you weren't there.
Oh,
You
okay.
weren't there.
I'm like, I don't
I
know.
was there, and I was mad. I'm like, yo, don't introduce the man like that. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
don't introduce the man like that. Like,
Okay.
the dude just went. He went too strong with the intro. It was appreciated, you know, and all that shit. But it's just like sometimes just let the artists prove themselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like same dude that says, coming up to the stage, he's a lyrical god. All MCs cower before him. His name is Kid Pro. Like, nah, nigga, just I'm from Jersey. Like, I'm here to rap. Cool, Kid Pro.
Oh, no, right.
Don't do all the extra shit. I
Oh,
don't need all
shit.
that.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about with that one. Yeah, that show in general was weird. It's like
Yeah.
hit or miss with the crowd sometimes at Boonton. I feel like.
It is, bro. I'm always the oldest and shortest nigga there. It's a weird thing for me. I never liked that shit. I gotta look up all you young niggas. What the fuck is that? It's oxymoron.
Nah, that's all good. But you go up there and you body the stage, bro. Like, you
I
just
do.
you rap.
Sorry,
at
I shouldn't have said like
people.
that.
Wait, I haven't seen you in so long, Ron. Are you taller than Pro?
How tall are you, Ron?
I'm like 5'9".
Yeah, we're the same height.
Oh, okay. I'm
Same
like, I
height.
don't really remember. I mean, like distinctly, like, okay, guess is fucking tall as shit. Thing. Okay, yeah. All right, that makes. But anyway,
I don't remember.
I know it's been so long. I missed everybody.
Guess is much taller now with the man bun. I added like 3 inches.
Is he rocking the man? I got to.
No,
But
he
staying-
got to get his hair cut.
but
Neither here nor there.
staying in performances, you like we know that you think everything through. You're very like like intricate with the moves you make, like musically and even when you perform live. I wanted to know the history. I mean, not really the history, but like how you came up with the say the word.
Ventriloquist?
Yeah, thank you. I'm shocked
Oh.
today.
So, I mean, that's just kind of like I've always been intrigued by that whole type of thing. I can't explain it honestly, but just since I started making music, just like those old creepy vintage photos of like the ventriloquist and then like the dolls, like I something about that speaks to me, and I just felt like I could incorporate that, because standing out was always the goal anyway.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
well, you don't want to be too gimmicky, but you want something to be kind of unique about. Yeah, I get you.
Exactly. And like I wanted to use like the music was therapy for me, like I was saying, like when I started out. So if I could use the music as a vessel to like spread messages. So I was like, in that sense, technically I am the ventriloquist doll, like the puppet.
You're the vessel, yeah. I like that.
Yeah, and then like I guess society's problems is like the one with the strings, like, and I'm just acting that out. So I put that together, and then it fit me, so I just kept that.
Yeah.
See, when you put it like that, he's so much more than just hate.
Yeah, right.
A motherfucker that just does hate wouldn't do that at all. Wouldn't be a ventriloquist.
Right.
What I'm talking about, man. Yo, we are so misrepresented out here.
For real. I can't wait to see Magneto live.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be fire. That's gonna be a good one.
For that day.
Yeah.
I was just bumping that up here. Bro, if that happens and you perform it the same way that the actual song is, I'm gonna grab that mic and I'm gonna freestyle for the first minute till you come in.
Oh,
the whole first minute is just y'all going, yo. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be there building it up. I'm gonna warm it up, and then you come in and you think.
Kid Pro on the remix.
Finish strong with Ace. Yeah, son. Right when the beat drop, nigga, I'm there.
I'm with that.
No, Ace will hand you the mic too. He'd be like, "I'm not a rapper," and just hand you the mic. And be like, "Oh wait, I got a verse."
True. No, Ace is very inclusive. I appreciate the hell out of Ace for that.
Yeah, man, he's like the most.
I love Ace.
I'm not a rapper on earth, man.
I'm so tired. So tired of that shit. Yeah. What was it? The last time I was at the greenhouse? Yeah, you were there. when Ace was there. He's like, what remember like Villa was like, oh, like he just started random fucking freestyle,
Yeah.
and Ace is like, are we ordering food or not? He's like, no, you gotta drop some bars. He's like, I'm not a rapper, and I just like I was sitting on the floor looking at him like, if you don't fucking rap right now, like
Thanks.
come on, you got
I
bars.
missed that. I missed out on that, unfortunately, that night.
Oh, that was amazing. That was good.
Yeah, he definitely raps, and he been doing this longer than me by a lot.
Yeah,
So,
you know his shit, man. Please,
mhm.
I can't.
Now, how long have you known Ace for?
Um, we went to high school together. I didn't really know him then. He was like a senior. I was a freshman.
Mm,
But
from
even back then, he was doing music. I had no intention of doing music till I got out, and then I just hit him up one day, and it just clicked. I don't know.
and that's it. It's been like that.
Yeah,
The
he
rest
was
is
just
history.
like
Yeah,
he was mad surprised when I started hitting him up. Like it was just years of mutual support. Because you know, like people post links on Facebook and stuff, and it's like, oh, check this out, and nobody clicks on it. But I was always that one dude that'd be
let me check it
not
out.
share it, like, and he would do that for me. Um, and then one day we met up, and then he was just like, I'm really surprised that you do this, because like you were mad quiet in high school. I'm like, yeah, like I'm surprised I'm here. So it just came together like that.
That's what's up. All right, so let me get into that then, because I also was like a quiet dude in high school as well. What made you want to get out of your shell and start doing music, besides it being therapy for you?
Um, I I guess you know that feeling when like you have like visions of what you could be type shit
Hmm.
in your head, um or just like when you're listening to other people's music and then you picture yourself in the music video like as an
Oh yeah.
artist, you come up with ideas for the song and shit. Like
Mm.
that's what it was for me. I was like, I know I could do this, and then I was like, it is therapy, and then just something just made me just threw me out there. I just kept doing it like
And then went from
and
there.
then I mean, mad people in college wanted to make music too. I started around 2013. That was when like the I want to be a rapper thing kind of took over society.
Yeah,
So
Oh yeah.
I
everybody in
remember.
college was rapping, and that kind of like got me involved with them because they were all trying to make it. So I was like, oh, this is a thing. Like,
Now, did you already have your style figured out at that time during college? Or you still just experimenting with different stuff?
um, not at all, man. I was a completely anxious singer in college, man. For like majority of the years, and even though I hated going on stage, for some reason I kept doing it. Like, and I still can't explain that to this day. Like, why? It's just like anger, I guess. Like, I'm mad as fuck that I did bad, but I have to go back.
Okay.
Like redeeming yourself. You kept feeling like, no, I got to do this. I got to do it. Like,
Yeah,
fuck, I
like,
don't want to do it, but I got to redeem myself, kind of thing.
yes, I'm like tired of feeling like I did bad. I know I could do better. Just kept doing that.
Yep.
Um,
I've been there.
and I was singing that whole time. And then I decided to try the rap in the 2016, and then started liking doing that too. So
Okay. Now you're saying you were singing, like we talking about R&B? We talking about straight rap singing? What we talking about here?
we're talking about Marvin Gaye, Leon
Okay.
Bridges,
Mm.
acapella with no music type.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh shit,
And
some Leon Bridges.
yeah, man, like I don't know, like playing the backing track never was working for me. Like I was off time live
Mhm.
and stuff. So I was just like, I'll just sing this with no music. And it would be like dead silent in like rooms with like 100 people like just singing, and everybody be like listening in, and it was crazy. Like I was about to die, like just from nervousness, but um, I loved it too. But that's how I started out, man. Like just doing stuff like that, and I
Yeah,
just
it's
kept
like
doing
that rush of adrenaline. You're just
it.
in the
Hmm.
butterflies, like all a mix of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and the one time Sway came to the school from Sway in the morning.
Mm.
Mhm.
He he came through, and I was like, this was like 2016. I was like, this is my chance, man. I'd like chased him outside, like, just let me sing for you right quick. I almost died that time too. That was crazy.
What
But
what do you
yeah.
end up saying? Do you sang a couple bars for him?
Uh yeah, I sang a song for him and but I was definitely nervous. Then and he was like, you have a good voice, but you need like some vocal training. He said it to me then. And I
Mm.
was like, he was like, keep at it. And I was like, I was crushed that day, bro. I was like, oh my God. Like, I thought I was about to get out of here that day. But he was right. Like, I needed to go through all this even now. Um,
Mhm.
it's all for a reason. So,
Hell yeah, you gotta appreciate that shit, man. He kept it real with you.
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that I, chased him down and did that. A lot of people wouldn't even
Yeah,
try
you
to
still
do
had like the courage to do it. And
that.
even with, I think like even people with like the powerhouse voices, everybody needs vocal training in that
Right.
sense. And then rappers, it's like breath control. And I mean, and as performers, you need to know your timing and all that good stuff. So don't
Yeah,
always,
everybody needs direction.
yeah. And I think some people get offended by that, but
Yes.
it's perfecting your craft in the same sense. So it's kind of needed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Um, Practice definitely is a big part of all this. And I used to be one of those people that thought that it was either natural talent, like you had it or you don't type thing.
Right.
Mm.
Especially when I first started rapping, like you said, with the breath control, I was like out of breath after a few words, and I was just like, oh my God. But like over time, it just builds and builds. So with everything, you just got to keep practicing.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah, practice makes perfect. All right, so let me. So you've had some pretty bad experiences, I take it.
Definitely, man. I've been on stage, man. One time was like a show right before Christmas. It was like a fundraiser. I sang on stage like 3 songs. I was trying to sing Sam Smith. He was big at the time. I
Mhm.
was trying to sing some shit from him. My voice was cracking, and I could just see the faces like in the crowd. Like some people wanted to laugh, and like some other people felt embarrassed for me. I was just like, oh my God. And then like, you go back to your friend group and they'll be like, good job. But then they'll also be laughing like, yeah, your voice cracked mad hard. I felt terrible that day. Like, so I went through some bad times, but they all molded me. So I don't regret them now, like looking back.
Yeah. I
Yeah, I
mean,
think
it's
it.
not as bad as compared to Pro. A janitor kicked him off his first
Oh,
performance ever. So
Yeah, I didn't know you were going right there like that. I didn't know you was doing that.
what? I mean, it happened.
It happened, but I
You
didn't know you was
shouldn't have.
gonna
You
just say
should.
it so nonchalantly.
You shouldn't have shared the story with me then.
Motherfucker.
I
Man,
can
look, man,
remember.
one of my first performances was a girls volleyball tournament. We were just doing one song, and it
Uh,
was they didn't tell us it was gonna be at the end when everybody was clearing out. So there's parents getting up, clearing out. We're still rapping with the volleyball net like 2 feet in front of me. So and then we're going in, and the janitor starts sweeping behind me, and he's putting down the like wet floor
oh,
sign
oh
as I'm
man.
performing, and people just clearing out. I'm like, man, this the worst. My first performance, it was the worst performance ever, but it was needed. Like it was the best thing that could have happened to me. Because like after that, I
Yeah,
was just confident as shit.
that's wild, man. Like you ready to go on the Apollo after something like that?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So I know you kind of talked about like when a project is gonna happen and like all the songs will kind of make sense. Are you close to the project yet, or is it still like you still got to work out some songs?
um, you mean like as far as something new?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, right now I'm honestly not putting anything like big
Mm-hmm.
together just yet. I mean, maybe before the end of the year. But right now I have some work to do. Like that's what this whole Corona thing was kind of cool with me. Like I'm trying to build my name, like and my brand and stuff right now. So
That's good.
getting more
Yeah.
ears on the stuff that I already have out, as opposed to like making a whole new thing. Like as you know, in this whole music life, like costs a lot of money to do this type of shit too, especially.
Yeah.
So I mean, I spent like over $1,000 on that last album, and I'm still trying to get people to listen into it. So I'm just
Right.
like, I'm not giving y'all more like till I feel like y'all put some respect on this stuff first. And
Oh no, it's good. Yeah,
Word up. I was
you
about to
let them
ask you,
know.
so does that determine whether or not you're going to be releasing full-length projects or just singles? Does that go into it because of what you spent in the past?
um, not really. I mean, in terms of like an album, yes, because I feel like there's more to an album than how current rappers act like right now, like like Future and like Baby and all, and like put out albums like every 2 months, like, and people get tired of that shit. So I
Oh
try to
yeah,
make it like
Future had a new release and I didn't even check it out because it's like I
right.
can't. It's just too much.
And it'd be like 30 songs and they're all like the same song. So it's just like
Yeah.
Yeah, or that one year he had like four. He had two in 1 month, and
that.
then like two others the same like later the year. I'm like I can't. Hendrix was like the last one I think I heard. I
And
can't
people
do it.
get bored of shit like that. I rather do like how Michael Jackson and like Prince did, not the same length of time, but like it'll
Hmm.
go like 2 or 3 years. You don't hear from they come out with an album. Everybody's eyes are locked in on that.
Yeah,
Um, so I just try to space my stuff out in general so that people don't get oversaturated with me. And
yeah. I honestly think the 2 year gap is normal and should be followed in that sense, where it builds up enough anticipation, and then it's like, okay, bam, there you go.
right,
Yeah. Because I appreciate artists like Kendrick who don't need to be on social media all the time, that can take a 2-year break, and you might
Hmm.
see little pictures of him here and there, but for the most part, he just stays quiet, keeps in his own lane. And when he drops, you know exactly what to expect, just dopeness.
Yeah,
facts.
Like, but then I also appreciate the other rappers who do, stay active, who try to bring you other types of content. It's, I don't know, man. There's pros and cons to both,
well, I
obviously.
think you're funny. I think I don't think did you do that intentionally? Pros and cons?
Just, I don't know, good and bad. I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
That was a good one.
Thank you, thank you,
So I
thank you.
was thinking it, I mean it's probably I mean no, it's not probably. It's definitely the difference between like you can be like a music making machine, but it's and we know plenty of them, but I think it's the difference between catering to fans versus being super intricate and being like no, like I have this planned out. No, this has to tell a certain story. This has to fit into society at some point to kind of be a
Right.
time capsule because like Kendrick, all his albums are pretty much time capsules.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
definitely.
and they always like tell a story and shit like that. So I think in that sense, that's where the difference is. And then, I mean, Rihanna, we're gonna fucking wait like another 10 years for her project.
we're not getting a Rihanna album. We're not
Yeah,
getting.
right.
She too rich now.
Well, she just
She ain't
hit
got a thing.
anniversary, so I'm like
Come on.
maybe this year, maybe.
If I turn an almost billionaire from selling lingerie, you're not hearing another single from me. You might get an ad lib on somebody else's record, but I'm too busy making this money to fucking waste my time on you rap motherfuckers. That's how I'm gonna
Super
feel.
exclusive.
let me get some money. I'm calling all you rappers some little bullshit rappers for the rest of my life. Oh, you rapping? Oh, you still rapping? Excuse me.
So,
From
so
sending
pro, if
me
you
out
put
like that.
if you put a lingerie line out, what you naming it? I gotta hear this. I have to.
Oh,
Pros right.
oh,
Christ.
And we're back. Had to take a little break real quick. The Zoom chat, the guidelines and all that stuff. Fuck Zoom, by the way. I'm so over the Zoom shit. Really.
So I
And now I
recently
hear
I recently discovered House Party
oh,
since Mother's Day. Like me and my siblings are kind of spread apart. Like I have a couple on the West Coast, and then Mother's Day we did like the house party thing. Villa had mentioned it in a group chat, but I'm like, what is that? I didn't know what it was, but I don't know if you can record or not. It's
well,
nah, yeah.
huh?
I
well,
don't think you can.
I don't
I've
think
tried
so.
it. Like, I played games on there. I don't know if you can record it though.
Yeah,
what
me
about a screen
neither.
record off the phone?
That might work.
True. True.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that's how
Yeah,
I've been
because
doing my
we
quarter.
were on it for hours, just fucking gossiping and shit. So found out my aunt got
Hey,
a new boyfriend. I was just like, what? It's so
bro,
disconnected with them. I was like, what? We were on this shit for hours, and then I realized I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should use this, but I can't record, so okay. But yeah,
All
we
right,
are
well,
back.
something to work for.
Sorry,
We are back. We went off the rails.
we sidetracked. We always do that. It's fine.
Back
It's
in
all right.
action.
That's what's fun about this shit. We keeping it real. All right, so we back with Ron Solemn. So Ron, you put out 3 incredible singles in the past. What I want to say, what 4 months?
Yep.
Maybe a
Was it
little
What's that?
less.
Was
May?
it
May.
less?
Maybe a
Yeah.
little less. Yeah. So we have
Okay.
Magneto. We
Yeah,
have
Magneto. The
um
Grudge.
the Grudge. Wait, no, Grudge was older. No, Grudge is older.
Yeah. Grudge was like February.
No way.
Was that
Yeah.
No, no,
February?
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. Chill,
He
chill, chill. Why does
performed
that
it
feel
at.
like it was?
Wait, no, you performed Grudge. I know I've seen it live,
Yep.
like
Oh wait, my
twice.
bad, bro. I'm thinking it's November right now. That's why I was freaking out when you said February. Oh my bad, bro. I'm
It's not
I'm,
even June. It's not
I'm
even
beside
June.
myself. It's not even June.
Moving in the house
Like
too long.
February. No, that so Grudge, Magneto, and Shawn Michaels.
Yes, sir.
hmm
All right. So what I wanted to ask was, are we seeing videos for Magneto and Shawn Michaels? And how did even though you kind of answered it before, but what was the inspiration behind the video for the Grudge?
Um, so I want to do a video for Magneto, definitely.
Yeah,
Um,
Ace has said that before. He can't wait.
yeah, when we were me and him were talking about it when we first started discussing that, it was like the week this whole corona shit like popped off, and it was like, okay, never mind. So that kind of pushed us back with that, but I definitely still want to do a video for that. I had so many funny ideas for that one. um the grudge the grudge was just kind of like straightforward. Like I just wanted to see what I could do with my cameraman guy, because he he's been with me since like 2017, like just mad supportive, and he was like always like, oh, I'll do it for no charge because I like your music a lot. um and I was like, you know what, if that's the case, then like, okay, like we'll be a team. That way like we both rise together like with that.
Yeah.
So he's always been, I still give him money like for all the effort, but it's on a pure passion for doing all this type of thing,
hmm
that I appreciate. So I just wanted to see what he could do, what new tricks he had, and he got real invested in it and got me a model to dress like the Grudge and
Word.
his effects. And I was blown away when he showed me that. I was like, God damn! I was like,
And he put in work.
I was like, you
Yeah.
made
Word.
really,
It was the little things too that made the difference in the video, especially with the model.
yeah. I was like, oh my God! Like it was a shock to me. He brought the drone and was flying it. I was like, you know, this
Yeah.
guy.
It was
Yeah,
almost like a perfect match too. Because I mean, I figured knowing, like hearing your music, because me and you haven't really talked like that when we see each other in person, but hearing your music and seeing you perform live and even like videos of your live performances, I'm like, okay, like he's intricate, like he thinks everything through, he has
like,
everything planned out. I figured, I'm sure you had a hand in it, but then hearing more about the relationship between you two, it's like, okay, you guys are a perfect match because he knows you and he's probably on the same lines, like, okay, if he's like this, then I'm like this. And you know,
right.
it's like almost like a tribute to you at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now we're gonna think
Definitely,
this thing. Yeah, the little details.
mm-hmm.
Perfect. I
Definitely
like that.
distinct. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he's going to be your main video guy going forward, pretty much.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm always open to work with other videographers, I guess, I come across that are cool.
hmm
I really go based off like a person's energy. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name, by the way? We skipped his name.
Chris Stem.
Okay.
He's Chris the filmmaker on Instagram if you want to find him at Chris the filmmaker.
I'll
Chris
tag
the
him. Don't worry.
filmmaker.
We
All
got
right, we're gonna tag him on the episode. Shout out to Chris the filmmaker. That's what's up.
My guy, yeah. I'm always down to work with different videographers. But like I said, I'm the same way in terms of getting features for songs and like doing stuff like that. You
You're
could be
more
like,
open-minded to it.
yeah, you could be the best artist in the world, but like if your personality is trash, like it's not working out.
For
Yeah.
real.
Shit.
Speak on that
Oh
shit.
shit, we got a fucking song we gotta do. God damn, I haven't talked to you about that either. Holy
Yes,
shit.
man, this is like a year in the making.
Oh, you ain't lying. Yeah, I mean, it was Yosanova that came to
Hmm.
us about it. Yeah,
Yes,
and
man.
then I don't know if you know this. I'm on a random live with Villa and Epidemic. No, I'm sorry, it's Epidemic. It's not Yos. It's
Uh-huh.
Epidemic that got us together.
Yeah.
So I'm watching a live with Villa and Epidemic. Epidemic's playing that beat next to Villa, and I'm like, oh, I remember this beat. And Epidemic was like, what you mean? I was like, you played this for me. This is the one you want me and Ron on. And here come Villa being
Yeah.
like, yo, I want in on this. He hits me up the next day, like, yo, just letting you know, I'm gonna jump in on this. All right.
That's why you gotta
I'm
keep
like,
some stuff a secret, man.
You
um,
can't be exposing shit. You
so just
can't.
so you know,
You should have let
he
Epidemic
on a
just
track.
forget.
He on a track. Because
That's
Epidemic would
what,
have forgot and
that's
just
what,
given it right to Villa, and then Villa would have
right,
recorded, and me and Ron would have been, you know,
Yeah, you guys
right.
would have. Yeah, if you, yeah,
shit
no,
out of luck.
because Villa. I mean, I know Villa, and he acts fast, and I've heard rumors about you, Ron, and you act super fast. Even Villa
Yeah.
be like, "Well, damn." He was like, "Well, I wanted that beat." And Ron be on it.
Yeah, now I got to catch up now because I feel like Ron already got it done. I haven't even started. I've been doing other stuff.
Yeah,
Now I feel
we were
embarrassed.
on Aces Live, and I remember Pro feeling like, well, damn, because it was like you and Villa that were catching everything. Like, nah, I need that. Nah, I need
I
Yeah,
this.
couldn't I
man.
couldn't type. I couldn't type fast enough to save something for myself or hold something.
Nah,
Man, I gotta be quick with that, bro. Like we're like a family of rappers, so like everybody trying to,
I
yeah.
had no idea it was that
hey, bro.
serious.
I wonder
Y'all
how
even
it. I wonder how it feels for you guys supporting each other, but at the same time thinking like, damn, I really wanted that beat.
oh man,
Right.
when I heard Magneto, I was livid.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that one. You were pissed.
I was pissed, and I didn't even know that there was a whole history behind it too. Like Ron had to go and like fight for that one
Yep.
because it was
Yeah.
Villa's apparently. Had I
Yeah, man.
known, I would have been there and like throw my hat in the ring. I would at least like challenge one of y'all to rock paper scissors for it.
Yeah, man.
Maybe that should be the new thing for us.
Rock paper
I'm with
scissors
that.
for a beat.
I'm
Yeah,
with the
All
yeah.
right,
complete.
I'm a
Yeah.
sixth grade
Because
champ. I'm just telling y'all right now.
not everything,
Whoa.
and I'm saying this to Esco and fucking Saint. Not everything can go to Villa and Ron. No, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Same for the rest of us.
that's fair. That's
Ace,
fair.
I hope you hear me.
Oh, we just gotta collab more. But I understand if it's something that you hear that is just strictly for you. I get it. That's why I don't get too hung up on stuff like that because I know how it goes. When it's
Yeah,
hot shit, like it's first come first serve. I get it.
I'm completely with the collaboration, man. Like I said, like we're all a family, like us,
yeah,
like those of us that
Yeah.
be at the greenhouse and stuff like that. Um, and it's hard like to find like other rappers in this period of time that like you genuinely like vibe with, like and mess with. So it's
hmm
like what I have with y'all, I actually appreciate. Other rappers is like, fuck y'all, I'm trying to take y'all head, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like once it gets to that point with other rappers, once I see it gets to that point, like I lose interest. I don't want to work. Like I'm not trying to make this into any competition. I'm not trying to take you down in the process, especially if you're on the same song. It does me
Nice.
no good if I just treat it like I gotta out rap you and that's it.
yeah.
Because we're on the same song. We're
Yeah,
we're being streamed by the same people. It does me no good if I shit on you and you don't do nothing. Like it don't work like that. Like we both got to be
Almost
in
like
sync.
the shit the control song that started all this fucking well
yeah,
not really started
Yeah,
but like it kind of
I'm not there for that.
fueled the beef
I'm not there for that.
between Big Sean and Kendrick and all this and that and everybody else like oh we didn't hear Kendrick first and all
Yeah.
like all this
Like
bullshit
I'm not here to be listening to people's
Kendrick went
opinions.
crazy
Like,
on
yo,
that.
you had the best verse.
for real you definitely
Like,
yeah I
Yeah.
seen all these I think it was an anniversary sometime this year like a couple months ago I seen all these blogs and platforms posting like oh who had the better verse. I'm
right.
like why would you even ask that question
Nah,
like
miss me with that
like
shit.
you're just trying to start some shit you already
It,
know
it's
who had the
it's a
best.
it's a collab. We are collabing. Is we're all the verses together making a good song. That's what I'm more interested in.
Yeah.
I could care less about who has the best. I don't give a fuck. I could
I
care
mean,
less.
I'm always down for somebody talking shit about pros, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you fucking are. You can't
You're
wait
damn
to
right.
hear that.
You're damn
You
right.
can't wait. You can't wait for someone to be like, "Oh, he had a better verse than Pro," and so you can rub it in my voice. Oh, did he? Did he have a better verse than Pro?
Did he?
Did he? Can I hear
Play
it?
that shit right now.
Oh shit. Nah, man, like for real, like I'm like that with other artists and like strangers because they make it that way. Especially in Jersey, like
Yeah.
everybody has an ego, but like with y'all, it's like genuine love and support.
They were
I
like a
just
tribe. Everybody, it's like the greenhouse tribe.
Yeah. Plus,
right.
I've been through this shit so much, bro. Like, I've seen so many artists like come and go. So when I see y'all, like, I know how to handle it. I know not to let the ego get in the way because it's a huge thing, and it just ruins so many relationships and connections when you let your ego get in the way of this shit. Like,
Definitely, man.
100%.
it's so much bigger than one person. Like, if we really did all work together, like how people say we're supposed to, like we would get so much further in this shit than we already
yeah.
are. And I see it's working with some people, which is why I fuck with certain people more than others.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And like I'm just not about the whole sugarcoating type thing. Like, I mean, clearly, like we're all like in this together, but it's just cool to have like a clan
Bond.
of like
Yeah.
artists that are actually good. On top of that, like it's not like
Yeah. None of our people are
yeah.
trash. So I can
It's
definitely.
not like you got that one person and you just like they part of the family, but they not good. You don't want to say nothing. Like no, like everybody
Yeah.
here is fit, so it's like it's cool.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we've talked about that, like not getting support from your friends. But those are, you mentioned this earlier, like, oh, you had some friends who were like, oh, you did so good, but then you had other friends that were like, no, you were kind of bad, like you were trash. But I
Yeah,
think
right.
those friends are needed. The friends that are gonna say
Oh,
constantly
man.
that, oh, you're doing amazing. No, because what if
Word.
you're, and we come across those people all the time. Like when we go through the circuit, well, when we used to go through the circuit and go to performances, when they think they're like amazing, and it's like you have no flow, no cadence, like what's going on? You're offbeat, like things like that. We hear it,
Word.
but their friends are probably just casual fans or just don't want to be like upfront.
Hell yeah.
And
Yeah, man.
that's what I respect about us. I mean, you guys, I'm not an artist, but you guys are all talented, so it doesn't need to come to that point. But then there are times where each other will be like, the mixing, or you could have done this, you could have done that, shit like that. We'll still critique each other. So
Word.
Right.
I keep a friend who tells me I ain't shit.
that's me.
What happened?
I keep a friend who says that, yo, that song ain't shit. Like, that was whack.
You do need a friend like that, man.
I do. I got a friend. I'm not gonna say his name, but I got a friend right now who told me the Bars Matter shit I dropped on Monday was whack. He gave it a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the.
No. It's okay. That's what he said. I laughed. I was like, word. That's what's up, nigga. I feel you. He said your shit was dope, but you should have you didn't switch flows enough. I was like, all right. He said the mixing was all right, and he said he wasn't a fan of one of the other artists. So I was like, okay. He said 5 out of 10.
Does he rap though?
Oh, he does.
No. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
But he's very opinionated, which I appreciate. Like I had to go over kick and snare like 3 times before I was happy with it, and we're like, all right, let's record it now.
Right.
Because he kept saying, nah, this is trash, nah, this is whack. You could do better.
Yeah.
But that helped, honestly, because it's like when I went back and looked at it, I was like, all right, I see where you're coming with it. I can fix this. And you're right, that punchline was kind of corny and outdated. It's a shitty reference. I can do better.
Yeah.
Right, like pushes you forward, right?
It pushed me because it was, but there also are some times where I'm like, all right, nigga, now you're just reaching. Like,
Yeah.
I think he's just talking shit. This just talk shit.
He's just talking shit. Just talk shit.
Yeah, but he is critical, and I think that is needed. So it's fine. And he's not a casual fan either. So I think
yeah, he likes you, by the way. He loves you.
Hey, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to be careful, like, to make sure, like, be able to tell the difference between, like, who's giving criticism and who just is, like, a hater, low key. Like,
1000%.
There's plenty of friends that, like, just are hated, like, just jealous, low key, like, and then they'll just be like, oh, that's ass, or they disguise it as a joke. but like they really because they mad. Like, I've
Yeah.
gone
Right.
through that a lot of
We
times
could
too.
we could go in on that all day. And
And it's like,
Yeah,
how do you even tell the difference? And then it's kind of like you have to experience it all the way through to tell the difference, to be like, okay, you were just hating the entire time. Or
yeah,
not to, I want to use a nicer word, but they were like ignorant to it because they don't know like the technical part of it
right,
in that
you know,
sense. And then it even goes for love. Like, are you really showing love, or, you know, or do you know nothing and you really like it, but I can't trust your judgment because you don't know, the technical shit. So it goes either way.
right. Definitely, it's
it's
tricky out here with all that.
Yeah.
it's tough. That, like I said, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. We don't even get into that because that'll this will be a whole nother 2-hour podcast for that.
Yeah.
That's that shit. So what we will do, because we got to wrap this up, we do have other guests coming up. Ron, we got 2 segments. One is called "If You Don't Know." The other one is called "The Fix." I'm gonna go with "If You Don't Know" first. So, if you don't know, what I want from you right now, if you could, sir, put Sade and I onto some music, an artist that we may not know about, any genre that you feel is got big things coming to them very soon, and we should be put onto. Who you got?
So it's an artist from Texas
Mm-hmm.
that I've been cool with for years since I started. His name is Loner Lewis,
Right.
San Antonio, Texas. He's a dope rapper, man. Like he can spit with the best of them. He's a little bit more reserved than I am.
Damn.
But he definitely grinds.
Yeah, I
So
can't imagine that.
I can't. You already reserved as fuck.
Unless he's like on stage and got the mask on. Like what?
Yeah.
he's just super chill. Like
Yeah.
he's he's me, like stoned and just
Oh, he's a high you. Oh, he's definitely reserved.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
just
Yeah.
chilling max
He's
like to
just in
the
he's just quiet the entire time and then just fucking drop some bars. Do you have
yeah, but
like a
he's
specific song in mind?
Show with me a side of you I never seen before. Like Wale say, keep him on the need up. Play the parking lot. Make a hater heart stop. Taking off the top. While I'm sparking up a job. Ball until you drop.
That's like the top one.
so
Or whatever. Yeah.
he put out a track recently and he just dropped a video. It's called Pick a Side.
For sure.
But he makes a lot of good music and he's talented. So I think he was supposed to be doing South by Southwest this year until the pandemic.
Damn.
But
Yeah.
we'll catch up.
I'll have this song playing. So
Right.
don't worry. Yeah, I have this song playing right now. So you're
What up?
good.
Shout out to Lona Lewis. That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm gonna check him out for sure.
My bad.
Texas. That's what up. All right.
Yeah.
That was if you don't know. So our next segment is called The Fix. Now this is more catered towards you. Now you already put us on to somebody else. What's a song that you grew up with, or a song that maybe you've made, or one that you've heard recently that has just been everything to you? With any genre, whether it's a verse, lyric, just the beat, what has Ron Solemn like in his head right now?
Um I like a lot of the Griselda stuff.
Oof. All right. Enough said.
Uh I like a lot of especially like Conway the Machine.
Mhm.
I like a lot of his work right now. That new project that he just put out with Alchemist was crazy.
Lulu.
Yeah, Lulu. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could go on for days, but I would say probably him because just every time I hear them, they reignite my passion to rap. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like it just makes you want to go in. Like even the times when I feel like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. Like once I listen to that, it's like now I gotta keep doing this. So I thank them for like bringing that gritty rap back and like just making me like want to go harder. So definitely Griselda.
Word. All I want to do is rap on slow beats now.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just
Just want to
so
rap
type shit.
some bullshit.
And it's funny
Just
you
make
mentioned them
fake
because
gun sounds.
it's funny you
Mhm.
mentioned them because we were talking about like the people that like just fucking put out music like in it just back to back to back, and that's what they've been doing. Conway
the
had
same people,
Lulu,
shit.
and then he had the joint with Alchemist, Lulu, and then Big Ghost.
Mm.
Can't remember that. We just talked about it last week. I can't remember the title right now. but just back to back. And then right before, I think West Side had just dropped, or maybe he dropped one or two. Like they just don't stop.
Yeah, and so
Benny
you
got
already
something
know
coming out.
Benny's going to be dropping shit by next month.
Yeah,
Like these niggas, they keep it going. They are not wasting time with the run that they're having.
yeah, no,
Right.
You
not at
gotta
all.
respect it.
Especially with the sign, yeah.
That's definitely inspiration, especially in this whole rap game thing, because you know, just like the thoughts in your head, like wondering when you get too old to be doing something, or like if it's too late for you to achieve a certain dream type thing.
Yeah.
But then you see them and hear like how long they've been doing it, and they still like just keep going, like
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. But I think it's one of those special cases where it's unlike the Future. Damn, it's fucking windy as hell. Sorry, I gotta close that window. It's one of those special cases where it's not like Future or, you know, the Baby, where it's intricate as fuck. Like even from the cover art to the like a skit here and there to just a selection of like producers, and they're putting this out so fast that, I mean, they have to be sitting on it. They have to be. And then they just, you know, they didn't just get signed, but now that they're part of a label, they're like, okay, you didn't know about us before the label, you know, before Aftermath, like, you know about us now. You know about us after Shady. Like, we're just gonna keep putting it out. So I think it worked. That's like
I can't see them taking years off. I can't see them doing that.
Can't do it.
Maybe after a little while, they'll probably like, okay, we've been sitting on a mountain of music, like people we know that we're still waiting on. Sitting on a mountain of music. Okay, let's put this all out. All right, let's chill for a bit. Vacation. All right, let's put some more out. Yeah.
And a lot of it sounds the same, but it's just still so good. That's the crazy part, especially West Side. Like, I've never been so enamored with an artist to the point where I don't even I don't check for the lyrics, but I just know the beat selection, the flow is going to be something else.
Yeah.
I've never run into somebody like that. And it's like he's an enigma to me.
Right.
And I love the guy because of it.
The gun sounds and all that stuff, like,
oh my God,
it gets you hyped before the song even starts now.
My kids are singing it. My kids are making gun noises. I love it.
Right.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 daddy. Boom, boom, daddy. I love that shit.
Yeah, by the time, because I didn't hear Lulu when it first came out. So by the time I heard it, and then like 2 weeks later, he had the big Conway had the Big Ghost collab. I heard that, and I actually like went along with it. Do. I was like, damn, I want to go rob somebody. I want to go fuck some shit up.
They got you.
Fucking got me.
All right, so real quick, I'm gonna be cliche with this one, Ron, but what is coming up next, single wise, for you, or as a project? What's gonna be the next step?
You don't have to reveal too much if you don't want.
Yeah, if you just want to say just a single.
Yeah, I'll just let y'all figure that out. Just keep your eyes open. So.
Of course, as always.
Hold up, is it all right? So then, at least answer this: is it going to be in the next 3 months?
Maybe not.
Playing it by ear, yeah.
Playing it by ear. All right, fair enough.
Well, you just had like Shawn Michaels. You just had fucking the Greg P track, so we can sit on those. Even I'm still playing Magneto, so we can sit on those. It's fine. And the Greg. Yeah.
You gotta let stuff marinate for a minute. Yeah.
I know, for sure.
I like your style. See, I'm gonna be in that Magneto video. I'm gonna be in that video, bro.
1000%.
If I gotta play a Spanish Mr. X, I'll do that. Professor X.
I'm with
Professor, Professor X.
Right, that I did there.
I'll get a bald cap on and just be in a wheelchair.
As soon as Ace hears that idea, he's gonna be like, down with it. Yeah, let's do it.
It's about to be ridiculous.
We got mad ideas in the cut. We're trying to figure it all out. There's a lot of creativity going on. A lot of dudes meeting of the minds and all that stuff. So we're gonna see.
Man. Can't wait to link up with y'all again.
Oh man.
And then we'll get you. Oh yeah, the 4 I'm waiting. But
the horsemen are coming.
And then we'll get you back on the podcast so we can actually like talk in person.
Yeah, bro. This isn't how we wanted to do it, but we're doing the best that we can with what we got.
Yeah,
so
that's how we came up with the chop up. Yeah, because it's hard to get like personal and like really deep dive in this, especially when Pro's in the next room and I hear his voice 2 times. So a little,
Right.
Yeah. Deal with it.
Shut up. All right.
This was good.
We gon'
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
No, absolutely, man. So just so everybody knows, they can find you online at your name, just Ron Solemn, RONSOLEMN.
Yes, sir. With the underscore, Ron
The
Solomon
score at the end.
underscore, not Solomon. Let's get it.
Whoa, nigga. I ain't gonna call him out. I saw it. He tagged you right on the post, but on the SoundCloud, he wrote Solomon. And I was gonna hit you up, but I'm like, I'm not gonna be the 5th person that reminds you of that. But homie fucked up there. But he's young, so I'm gonna let it slide.
I hit him up instantly, man.
I mean, I
like,
figured, but then it's like, I know I have an issue with typos. So
Yeah.
if I had missed that, I would have taken that shit right down and reposted it, fixed it here and there. Like, just fixing it on SoundCloud is nothing. You gotta
that's
post
why they made
them
an
on
edit
Instagram.
button. There's an edit button for that. Very
I was
simple.
like, why?
No, but you gotta take the whole post down. And Pro gets mad at me when I've done that with if there's a typo in a cover art for the episode. I'm like, no, I gotta take it down. He's like, it's already up. I don't care. I gotta take it down. It bothers me.
Everything has to be perfect. I know.
Yeah, especially for somebody's name. Like, come on, son.
Yeah, right. I was like, come on, bro.
That's why,
Nah, but it was great to have you on, and for sure we'll be linking up soon.
Definitely.
Probably see you at the greenhouse.
Yeah. Y'all be good out here. Be safe. Catch y'all.
Yeah, be
y'all
safe,
already know,
man.
brother. Hope to see you soon, man.
Peace out, man.
All right, be easy, brother.